Yo, what's up everybody? I am MK420. Welcome back to another video here. And today, I'm going to be ranking my top 10 favorite animalities and MK1. So if you guys are excited, make sure to drop a like, comment, share, subscribe, turn on notifications, do all that good stuff. This is a top 10. This is my top 10 favorite. Everybody's allowed to have differing opinions, and that's A-OK. So,
Campaign versus Customer Fighter Cameo Fighter Learn Tutorial Fatalities.
with that being said, let us take a hit and get into our
Choose Fighter.
first
Ghost Face. Cross button select. Directional buttons. Navigate. Square
person
button random
here.
select.
So, we're gonna do this 1 to 10.
Cross button select. Directional buttons.
10
Navigate. Square button
will
random
be my
select.
favorite, 1 will
Circle
be
button
my...
back.
Like, these are my top 10 favorites. So starting off this list,
Ghost Face.
we
Cross
have...
button select. T1000. Nuke Save It. Cross button select. Cyrax. Cross buttons. Ermac. Katana. Milena. Tanya. Cross button select. Rain.
Ooh, you know which one we got?
Scorpion.
Yeah, it was
T1.
this one, okay.
Choose Kami. Treasure Chamber. Smelter on.
So let's take a hit as we load in.
Welcome to Fatality Practice. Learn the
And here at number 10, we have Scorpion's actual scorpion animality.
Scorpion transforms into an armored scorpion. He drags the victim close to puncture them with his stinger, then flings them up to slice them in half with a pencil.
Animality. Scorpion wins.
It's quick. It's
Cross
simple
button.
2 steps. And for those who don't know, actually back in UMK3 when animalities were introduced, I believe it was, Scorpion's animality wasn't a
Choose
scorpion.
fighter.
He was actually
Scorpion.
a penguin
Cross button select.
that would lay an egg and
Directional
explode,
buttons.
and then Shiva,
Navigate.
for some reason, was
Square
the
button random
scorpion.
select. Circle
And
button back.
that's why it's here in my top 10. Alright, so number 9 on this list.
Reptile. Sub-Zero.
Number
T1000.
9
Shujinko.
goes to Scorpion's brother, the man of ice, Master Blueberry Ice, the walking air conditioner, the human icicle, Sub-Zero.
Anywhere. Hairline fracture.
Sub-Zero turns into a mammoth, gores the victim with his tusk, then rips them in half with his trunk as blood surges from their torso.
Oh,
Animality.
that's one angry elephant.
Sub-Zero wins.
I don't know if that's supposed to be an elephant. Well, it said a mammoth,
Try
so I'm
fatality.
guessing that's what that
Cross
is.
button confirmed.
That's one
Up and
angry,
down button.
that's one angry
Navigate.
Ice Age creature. I do not want to be on the end of those tusks.
Character select.
No, thank you. Alright, moving on to our third, number 8
fighter.
spot
Lime.
with
Cross button. Kenshi. Baraka. Nitara. Baraka. Kenshi.
Kenshi.
Choose
T1000. Shujenko. Serena.
And you guys will see why I like his here in a minute.
Welcome to Fatality. Close. Blended.
Kenshi plunges his swords into the ground, turning into a wolf as he summons a spirit wolf. They rabidly bite out chunks of the victim, then clamp their jaws on both sides of them before slowly ripping them apart, making blood fountains from their chest.
Animality. Kenshi wins.
Retry Fatality. Cross button. Up and down button.
Alright, a
Navigate.
few things. 1, he turns into a wolf. Wolves are awesome. Wolves are just cute, man. Like, wolves are adorable.
Choose
2,
fighter.
the wolves
Kenshi.
howl. That's
Cross button
awesome.
Select.
3,
Directional buttons.
this would be a perfect
Square button
animality
random
for
select.
Night Wolf if Night
Circle
Wolf
button
was in
back.
this game. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Alright, moving on to our 4th spot here.
Ashra. Cross button select. Nitara. T1.
T1000. Serena. Shujenko.
We actually have one of my
Shinsu's
favorites here.
laboratory.
at our number
Welcome to Fatality Practice.
4th slot here.
Mid, Heavenly Light.
And if I remember, there it is.
Ashra transforms into a winged unicorn and teleports behind the victim before impaling their head with her horn and exhaling a torrent of rainbow fire over their writhing body until they're a charred husk.
Animality. Ashra
First of all, flying unicorns, awesome.
Fatality.
Flaming
Cross
fire
button
that
confirmed.
looks like a
Up
rainbow?
and down button.
Could it be a
Navigate.
reference to Scorpion's Toasty? I personally think it is. And the fact that the flames are rainbows are awesome. So just something about that is badass. That's why Ashra deserves the number 4th spot
Character
on my top 10 list. Now we are at the halfway mark.
Choose fighter.
So number
Litara.
5.
Havoc. Quan Chi. Cross button select. Homelander. Conan. Sector. Akita. Shang Tsung. General Shao. Sindel. Reiko. Cross button select. Sindel.
Number
T
5
1000.
goes to Sindel.
T-1000. Serena. Shujenko. The
We'll all
Maze.
see why in a minute. Now, if I
Welcome to
remember the
Fatality
input,
Mid, hair, move,
if I remember, no, not that. No,
move,
let me look at it actually.
finishers, ease, animality.
I actually have to
Terror
go
natural.
back and see what it is.
Left button. Down button. Down button. Circle button.
There it is.
Sindel turns into a huge tarantula, plunges her fangs into the victim's skull, then pulls herself up by a web from her abdomen. She hangs upside down, then tears their body in half before letting them fall.
Animality. Sindel wins.
As someone who has a giant
Try
fear
fatality.
of
Cross
spiders,
button confirmed.
this is
Up
perfect
and
for
down button.
Sindel.
Navigate.
Black Widow, baby.
Character.
Alright. Moving on to our 6th animality.
Choose fighter. Sindel.
Our 6th
Reiko.
animality here.
Liu Kang. Random select. Johnny Cage. Cross button select. Direct. Sub-Zero. Reptile. Cross button. Smoke.
I'm
Rain.
actually looking. Our
Cross button
6th
select. Directional button. Tanya. Milena. Katana. Ermac. Cyrac. Noob Save It. Cross button select. T-1000. Cross buttons. Ghostface. Peacemaker. Omni-Man. Cross button select. Directional buttons. Navigate. Square button random select. Gearus. Cross button select. Directional buttons.
Omni-Man.
Oh yeah, it was on the
T-1000.
man. Okay.
Serena.
So our 6th one
The
here is for
Hourglass.
Omni-Man. Now, I know he turns into a creature from the Invincible show.
Welcome
But
to Fatality.
They call it a kaiju,
Move
and as a Godzilla fan,
Finishers.
that makes me really, really
Animality.
happy.
Mid. Hail Mary. Right
So,
button. Left button. Right button. Down button. Up and down button. Navigate.
Omni-Man turns into a colossal tentacle-faced monster, then smashes the victim
Oh,
with a clawed
well.
hand before scooping them into his maw. He bites onto their waist and yanks them apart with a tentacle, making their guts spill out with a shower of blood.
oh,
Animality. Omni-Man wins.
I don't know what that creature is that he turned into,
We
but
try
we need
fatality.
Godzilla to come
Cross
fight
button
it.
confirm.
We need
Up and down
Godzilla
button.
in a Mortal Kombat
Navigate.
game to come fight whatever the hell Omni-Man just morphed into.
Character select.
You'll love to see it.
Cross button
Invincible
confirmed.
fans,
Up and
let
down
me know
button.
in the comments, what is that
Navigate.
creature? It's a giant tentacle something.
Choose fighter.
Alright,
On
our
the man.
7th
Peacemaker.
animality.
Ghostface. Cross button select. Directional buttons. Navigate. T-1000. Cross button select. Noob Save It. Cyrax. Cross
Is
button
actually
select.
gonna go to Cyrax.
T-1000. Serena. Shujenko. Hanging Gardens.
Welcome to Fatality.
And you'll
Forward,
see
first
why I
row,
like the
movement,
Cyrax one.
Finishers. Ease. Animality. Mid. Buzzkill.
That
Right
should
button.
give it away in which
Left
turn.
button. Right button. Left button. Up and down.
Okay, just forward, back, forward, back.
Cyrax turns into a huge wasp, She pierces the victim's torso with her stinger, and their head bubbles with venom until it bursts apart. The stinger bisects their headless torso.
I hate bees, and just knowing that. Oh.
Cyrax wins.
And it's kind of cool because I think in UMK3, Cyrax was a bee too, so I think that's really cool. Alright, our 8th animality
Choose fighter. Noob save it. T1000.
is actually going to go
select.
to
Ghostface. T1. Noob save it. Cyrax. Ermac. Cross button select. Direction. Noob. T1000. Ghostface. Cross button select. T1000.
T1000 himself.
T1000. Shujenko. Serena. Temple of Kataravala.
Welcome to Close. Judgment. Move.
So let me look up the
Finish.
inputs again.
Animality.
And
Mid.
while we do
Movies
that, I'm
just
going to
fine.
go ahead and take a
Down
hit.
button. Right button. Left button. Cross button. Up and down button.
Down, forward, back 3, okay.
The T-1000's liquid metal morphs into a German Shepherd in a police dog vest. He clamps his jaws onto the victim's forearm, throwing them to the ground as he wrenches it off. He bites and yanks their head off, taking their spine with it.
Animality. T1000 wins.
Retry fatality.
Okay,
Cross-
2 things.
character
It's a
select.
classic take on the
Cross
spine
button
rip,
confirm.
and
Up
he
and down
turns
button.
into a good boy.
Navigate.
He's a German Shepherd. And as a dog lover, I gotta put it here at the number 8 spot. It's in my top 3, for
Choose
sure.
fighter. T1000.
So our
button
number
select.
9th spot,
Directional buttons. Navigate.
well, our number 2nd spot,
Square
because
button
we
random
counted down
select.
backward 10 to
Circle
1.
button back.
So our number 2 spot here is actually going to
Noob.
go
Ermac.
to
Ermac.
Big Daddy Ermac himself.
T1000. Serena.
And
Shujenko.
if you
Living
don't like
Forest.
insects, you're not gonna like this. That's all I'm gonna say.
Welcome to Move.
Now I'm gonna look this up real quick,
Animality.
and while I do
You are
that,
locusts.
I'm gonna take another
Down
hit.
button. Left button. Down button. Left button. Up and down button. Navigate. Square button simple view.
Finish him.
Ermac turns into a locust swarm that spirals around the victim, shredding their skin and flesh until they become a gore-drenched skeleton.
Animality. Ermac wins.
Retry
I
fatality.
don't like
Cross
insects.
button confirm.
Ugh.
Up and down button.
No, thank you.
Navigate.
All right.
Choose fighter. Ermac. Cross button
So
select. Directional buttons.
we're gonna give a few
Navigate.
honorable mentions
Square
real
button
quick.
random select. Takeda. Shank Sub. Takeda.
Takeda
Cross
turns
button
into an
select.
octopus.
Shank Sub.
Shang Tsung
Cross
is a
button
snake.
select. Sindel. Random select. Liu Kang.
Liu Kang
Cross
is a
button
phoenix.
Johnny Cage.
Johnny Cage's
Cross button
Jaws
select.
reference is
Direction.
awesome.
Sub-Zero. Li Mei. Kenshi. Cross. Baraka.
Barack is a
Cross button.
porcupine.
Beerus. Omni-Man. Peacemaker. Ghostface. Cross. T. Ghostface.
Ghostface is a pretty
Cross
sick
button select.
vulture.
Ermac. Katana.
Katana's
Cross button
hummingbird.
Shang Tsung. Raven. Random select. Kung Lao.
Kung
Cross button
Lao's
select.
tiger.
Ashra. Nitara. Havoc. Quan Chi. Cross button select.
And
Directional
Quan
button.
Chi's
Navigate. Square
dinosaur
button random select.
skeleton.
Circle.
But
Omni-Man.
my number 1 favorite
Beerus.
animality
Peacemaker.
in
Ghostface.
all of
T1000.
MK1
Noob save it.
has to go to
T1000.
Noob
Choose
Saibot.
Kamiya. The Hourglass. Living Forest. Hanging Up. Cage. Wuxia. Target. Corrupt. Tuma. Havoc City. Field.
And
Night. Field.
it's a reference to an
Sunset.
MK9 fatality.
Night. L1 button and R1 button.
Outstanding.
I'm just going to play the fatality. I'm gonna look it up.
Finishers. Ease. Animality. Mid. See you later. Left button. Down button. Left button. Down button. Up and down button.
Finish
Alright.
him.
So here we go. This fatality will explain why I love it so much. But I'm also scared of it at the same time. Wait. Left down, left down. Okay, there it goes.
Noob Saibot turns into a crocodile and conjures a shadow crocodile. They bite each of the victim's legs and rip their body apart down the middle.
Animalities. Noob Saibot wins.
At least it's over quick.
Retry to
And like I
tunnel.
said, it's a reference
Cross
to an
button confirmed.
MK9 fatality
Up and
Noob
down
Saibot had, where he
Navigate.
ripped you apart with the Shadow Clone by your legs, like down the middle, like a wishbone. Ugh. If you know, you know. The little alligator growl at the end just gives me chills. But that's just my opinion.
Character select.
Let me know down in the comments, what are your guys' top 10 favorite animalities? I did a video earlier of my top 10 favorite fatalities.
Choose fighter.
This is my
Noob
top
save
10 favorite
Cross button.
animalities. I will be doing
Learn.
one
Fatalities.
for
Practice performing
brutalities.
fatalities for fighters and cameos.
So make sure
Cross
you
button
guys stay
confirmed.
tuned for that. That will
Left
be
and right
coming out
button.
later
Select
in the
learn
week.
mode. Up and down
But
button.
until
Change
then,
category.
let me know what
Touch
you
pad
guys
button,
think of
open
my
combat
ranking. Do you guys have a different ranking? I would love to hear it. Let me know in the comments. I'm going to take a hit. Okay, I think we're going to hop up out of here, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. And I'm MK420. God bless, stay safe, take care. Peace.